Welcome along to the Shankill Leisure Centre in Belfast for tonight's Northern Ireland Futsal League Cup final between Belfast United and Rosario. My name is Simon Kitchen. Delighted to be joined by the current Northern Ireland Futsal team manager, Johnny Michael. Johnny, you've been involved in this sport since 2015. What's your feeling on this cup final tonight?
Look, it's fantastic that we've been able to get to this point, and fair play to the IFA and the facility here at Shankill Leisure Centre in GLL that we can get to this point and play the game. So we've obviously been in lockdown for a number of months, so it's fantastic to see futsal back. It
has been a tempting few months for not just futsal but all the sports in Northern Ireland and throughout the world, obviously. But to get this put together in such a short space of time, with the semi-finals played last week as well, it's a big pat in the back of the IFA and the Belfast City Council as well. Yeah, absolutely. As you say, there's been a number of months where these teams weren't able to play, but it's fantastic now that we can get to that point where the final game of the season can be played and we can have a champion tonight, and then we're all looking forward to the season starting again in the near future. Let's go and have a look at the home team here this evening, which is Rosario. Rosario will be in all navy this evening, and they are missing a player here tonight, so it's certainly up against it with such the fast pace of the game itself. It can need the 10 players that are there, but unfortunately 9 they're just going to have to make do.
Yeah, I would say both teams will be looking to play with their strongest 4, obviously, from the start, and then reinforcements to come in a second 4, and then the other guys will be making up the numbers and filling in whenever they need to. But both teams have a lot of quality, and particularly their starting 4s, and I'm looking forward to an enjoyable game. And
Belfast United, again, when you look through this lineup for Belfast United, it's filled with experience of Irish League. And right at the very top of that is Michael Galt. He won everything with Linfield. He's played with Portadown and Glenavon as well, and it's such a top quality player.
Absolutely. The league's full of players that will have played Irish League football and I suppose are coming to the end of their careers, and futsal gives them that opportunity to get a few more seasons out of them. But in saying that, futsal is a very different game to football, and not always the skills transfer, but it's great to see those guys being a little bit more longevity in their career.
You're going to put your head on on the line here itself and give us a prediction for tonight, because again, these two teams haven't played apart from the semi-finals. It's been a difficult few months for all the players that are on the court here tonight, so it's going to be very difficult. But who do you think's got the advantages now? Who's going to be the favourite team?
It's a difficult one to call, because I suppose it's not a league game. It's very much it is a cup final, and both teams will approach it slightly differently than they would probably a normal league match. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out in the first 10 minutes. Both teams, whether they'll look to commit too much or just to feel each other out, really, to a certain extent. So I'll come back to you on that one as the game progresses. But both teams have quality in all those areas that are important. So I'm looking forward to a thoroughly enjoyable match.
For viewers who are maybe watching futsal for the first time, what should they be looking out for? What's the main components of the game?
So a lot of people watching it will have played maybe 5-a-side at their local leisure centre. So we don't play to boundary walls, we play to lines. So the ball, if it goes out of play, obviously it's a corner or a kick in or starts play with the goalkeeper. The ball itself is a size 4 ball, but it's a special bladder in it, which means that there's a reduced bounce. So you'll notice that initially that the ball doesn't bounce like the fairy tennis ball you would have in 5-a-side. The goals, again, are different. They're 2 metres by 3 metres, so probably to give people a point of reference close to field hockey goals in size. But I would say futsal's what everyone plays across the world and what they know indoor football to be. And as you say, it's only in the past number of years that Northern Ireland's introduced the sport, but it's grown from strength to strength all the time.
And just over 5 years of competing at this level, Belfast United have won the league championship twice, and tonight's winners end up going to play in the Champions League next season, or very soon as well, obviously with COVID-19.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a fantastic prize for any team in Northern Ireland to go and represent their country in Europe, and obviously from a football point of view, we've seen that this week with teams on the BBC as well. So great to have the futsal final on TV tonight or on the website. And as I say, the prize is just the same for these teams to go and represent Northern Ireland on the European stage.
Well, as I say, that the dates for those qualifying games and the winner for the Champions League next season is currently unknown due to the COVID pandemic. But both teams will be getting ready, and they'll be well up for this game tonight. And as I say, just watching the players getting ready for the game here at the Shankill Leisure Centre, it's certainly, you talk about the five-a-side aspect of the game itself. It's going to be a goalkeeper and 4 players, and the 4 players can come and go as they please. They can go off the side of the court whenever they want to, and it's a bit like basketball, I suppose.
Yeah, so viewers will see there's markings on the court which are 5 metres in width right in front of the benches of each team, and teams can make substitutes through that substitution zone, as long as they don't obviously have 6 players on the court at any one time. So the referees will be monitoring that as well to check that those changeovers happen correctly. But as you say, the game can change very quickly in terms of the personnel that you have on the court, and that can be amended at any time. And it'll be interesting to watch both teams as their benches react to what the other team does as a consequence. So in terms of the intensity of the game, the tempo, that should remain the same throughout the whole period of the game because of those substitutes.
Well, Johnny, it's a real pleasure to have you sitting alongside us here in the gantry for the game here this evening. The cup final sponsored by Cathedral Eye Clinic. Your officials tonight, the 2 referees in charge of the game, Sebastian Jankowski and Chris Kerr. Again, been around the futsal in Northern Ireland now for 5 years, very experienced. I was speaking to Sebastian before, and obviously before we came on air here this evening, and he's refereed at the highest level as well, so no better man to be in charge of the game.
Absolutely. Sebastian was with us from day one when we looked to launch futsal in Northern Ireland, and it's the likes of Sebastian that have allowed us to get to this point, really, with that expertise. He has refereed in Europe and home nations competitions, so again, a great man to have with us tonight. And Chris has joined the league this season and has performed excellently well, and we hope he'll continue with the game for years to come.
Well, we're a few minutes away from kick-off here. We will be having a minute's silence in respect of an Irish League referee, Richard Scott, who unfortunately passed away today, and our thoughts are with Richard and his family. And as I say, we will get that done just before kick-off here, and we'll get you. We'll bring the news to you. And obviously, tonight's aspect of the game has changed a little bit. It's going to be 2 running 30-minute halves. If it is required at the end of that, it is a tie. It then goes to 2 5-minute halves, and then again it goes to penalties. So a little bit different than what the normal futsal rules would be, but again, certainly looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, futsal, particularly in an international level, is played with a stop clock, 20-minute halves. But just in our league, the way we're set up across the centres in Northern Ireland, it's 30-minute halves is what they play the league format. So they're following that tonight as well.
Well, as I say, you got your officials out there now, and Chris Kerr and Sebastian Jankowski trying to get the toying costs done, and obviously with COVID-19 the players aren't allowed to pick the cone up as well. So as I say, we're going to take a short break here for a minute's silence in respect of Richard Scott, who unfortunately passed away today. Thanks again to the players and officials taking part in the minutes applause there for Richard Scott, and we're going to get off and running here very shortly. This is if you're just joining us, it's the Northern Ireland Futsal League Cup final tonight. Belfast United in yellow and black trim, and Rosario will be in navy with white trim. And Johnny, it's again, all these guys look as if they're well up for this tonight. Haven't had much time to prepare for it, but may the best team win.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, it is. It's the conclusion of the league, but it is a cup final for both those teams. It's winner takes all tonight.
Starting for Belfast United tonight, Timmy Adamson, Andy Cleary. In goal is Daniel Rossbottom, and also Craig Taylor. Chris Lindsay at the back, and at the opposite side of the court itself in net is Ben Spogner, Chris Conley, Colin McCarry, Johnny Gowdy as well. And we'll be looking forward to an entertaining game here at the Shankill Leisure Centre this evening. There's the first ball for a throw in at the far side, and as you say, Johnny, it's the games itself they all come in with regards to it. There's no throw-ins. It's all about kicking the ball in at each side of the game itself. There's an opportunity there at the back door as well. That was a great cross coming in from deep.
Absolutely, and Craig Taylor using his head there, not something he's known for, normally that left foot, but a good start from Belfast United.
Ball goes the whole way through to the goalkeeper Daniel Rossbottom in the Belfast United net. Chris Lindsay, a world of experience at the Irish League level, and the current Dungannon Swifts manager in the Irish League, so he's certainly been around Northern Ireland for a long time. Just kept in at the far side and goes out for a corner. But you talk about the kick-ins, and you talk about a lot of our subtle changes compared to the normal football rules as well.
Yeah, and like the first corner of the game there, you'll see a lot of the teams will have pre-rehearsed moves and calls that they will look to implement, so viewers will watch out for that tonight and see what tactics the teams are employing tonight.
Players can't come and go as they please. He's just kept a lovely bit of skill along the line, comes into the middle, and a goalkeeper with an important save there. But there's a chance here with the extra man forward, a long shot, and at the opposite end, Ben Spogner gets a hold of that one. Lovely ball up this left hand side, controlled by Chris Conlon. Conlon passes it back to the furthest man back there at the far side, which is Colin McGarry.
Chance here for Craig on his left foot.
Big opportunity there again coming through, and the better chances in the opening minutes of this game itself coming from Belfast United.
Yeah, that's something Rosario will need to look out for. Craig Taylor's well known for the power that he can generate in that left foot, and if you give him a sniff more often than not, he'll put it away. So something they'll have to keep an eye on as the game goes on.
Back to McGarry now. McGarry, everybody in front of him, out to the left side, and a little give and go there once again. Chris Bagley, the player manager, wearing number 4 for Rosario this evening. There's going to be a kick in at the far side, and it'll be taken by Chris's brother Barry Bagley. And they've been involved again from the outset all the time with Rosario?
No, actually, there was a team formed by them called Trinity Squirrels, who actually got to the first. When we had our first league programme, they got to the finals, and that was against Belfast United that night at Lagan Valley Leisureplex in Lisburn. So Belfast United were victorious that night. So the Bagley brothers then played for Belfast United.
There's a big chance there.
Chris has a chance there. Both brothers actually play for Belfast United, and now they've formed their own team with Rosario. So a pedigree in that family and playing futsal since its infancy.
Lindsay now goes cross court to Craig Taylor. Kid Taylor cuts inside. He's on his left foot, and good tackle again by Bagley. Chris Bagley, I should say, gives it to Barry. Nice bit of footwork by Barry. Tries to drive through the middle, and that's going to go out for another kick in.
Yeah, as I said, both teams trying to feel each other out here at the start, just not over-committing. It'll be interesting to see how both teams work on the transition and when the counter-attack, how many bodies they commit. At this moment in time, they're not willing to commit too many. Just they don't want to leave themselves vulnerable defensively at this moment in time.
Barry Bagley on this left side, up against Chris Lindsay. A couple of steppos are a good shot again, and Rossbottom stands tall, and that's going to go out for a corner. Barry Bagley with the responsibility here now. Again, all the players are allowed inside the semicircle. Here's a chance there, and he's seen that late with Stanley Rossbottom, but a quick transition, tries to nutmeg the last man back, and the goalkeeper does the right thing and kicks that out without having much space to grab hold of it.
Absolutely, both keepers have started the game well. What viewers will also notice is the speed at which the teams are trying to get the ball back in play. They all have 4 seconds counted by the referee, so for kick-ins, for goal keeper restarts, and for corners as well.
Timmy Adamson now, again, a wealth of Irish League experience, played with Linfield Crusaders, Dungannon. Great feat for a big lad, and again, he'll be an important part for Belfast United this evening. And just looking down to our left here, the manager for Belfast United, Kieran Donaghy. Kieran's dad, a very, very well-known player at Northern Ireland international football level, and still about the IFA. An opportunity there for Taylor. He just pulls that one wide. But again, Kieran Donaghy played at the highest level in Northern Ireland, and he's been involved from the outside as well. Absolutely.
Kieran, a former Futsal international as well, and now assisting the international team as assistant coach. So Kieran's got a depth of knowledge about futsal and has been there from day one with us.
And just as we said at the start of the programme itself, players can change whenever they want to. Conor Downey now on for Rosario. Conor Downey again played at Irish League level with Cliftonville and Linfield, and a couple of players, actually 4 players changing up here now for Belfast United. Far side, Michael Galt gets a foot on it, sends it to the left side, and a little give and go. Good movement in the middle from Braden White. Back to Galt, who seems to be the quarterback of the Belfast United lineup that's on the court right now. Johnny Pearce, the furthest man back for Belfast. Well intercepted there by Conor Downey to the outside. Back again for Barry Begley. Nice intricate football here from Rosario. One of the things that we were chatting about before, Johnny, is again that players shoot from anywhere and everywhere, and with being such tight proximity, you just never know what opportunity you're going to have to put that ball in the net.
Yeah, the vast majority of futsal finishes will come, about 75% of them come from that back post area. But as you say, the distance of the quarter.
There's a chance here for Bagley. Bagley takes an effort, but he pulls that one wide.
Again, that's a prime example where when you get into a position 10, 12 metres from goal, you have a realistic chance. So I would see the vast majority of goals coming from the back post area tonight. But there's players on the court here who can cause damage from distance.
Galt tries to feed that one through the middle. It's going to go out for a kick into Belfast United though. Barry Bagley gets his first change, and a little breather there. Again, it's very, very hot in here in the Shankill Leisure Centre this evening, and I noticed the heat on the outside as well today. Very clammy in Belfast, but the temperature inside as well certainly make these guys change up as often as possible.
Absolutely, and you'll see that freshness will be really, really important and how they can keep that throughout the game. Both teams will look to do maybe 3-4 minute shifts and look to get new personnel on at every opportunity.
There's going to be a kick in here again. I said it's just going for a corner this time. Joe Watson with the corner kick. Little give and go, gets it back. Well ahead inside for Bagley. Bagley takes an effort again. Referee getting a chat to there from Chris Bagley, but unfortunately for that, not going to be much going his way on that occasion. Michael Galt. Galt now through to Kiki. Kiki tries to get a hold of it there. He's pushed to the side. That's going to be a foul and a free for Belfast United, and that's the first foul of the game against Rosario. And that's one of the rules again that's been brought in with futsal. So there's 5 fouls, and what's the ruling on that?
So on the 6th foul, then the team will be awarded a 10-metre penalty. People will see the 10-metre dot on the court there, and every subsequent foul will also result in a penalty after that. And at half time, that actually reverts back to 0 again as well. Well, Galt with the responsibility. Takes an effort, that's a great save. Great save.
Takes a deflection in front. Goalkeeper had to react very, very late to that one. But Galt with a thunderbolt. And well intercepted and coming through the middle once again. There's it out to the outside for Conor Downey. Downey with great skill. Back to Bagley. Chris Bagley to the outside. Really fast movement here of the ball from Rosario. Conor Downey. Downey to the outside for Watson. Watson drives the middle, takes a shot, well blocked by Gold.
Again, there's probably other options on there rather than taking a shot. I think Rosario could retain the ball for a bit longer and look to work the opportunity. Would be far better for them at this moment in time.
Conor Downey all the way back into his own quadrant there. Back up the left side from Joe Watson. Little give and go with Chris Bagley. Down through the middle. Again, Rosario certainly trying to get a foothold this game after a better start from Belfast United. A shot there from the outside takes it a deflection off Downey's foot, and actually might just come off his boot laces to a certain extent.
Yeah, I think KK will be quite happy with that. Shooting from that distance, he's the chances of success out there are quite slim, so to get something out of it, he's done very well.
Michael Galt coming the whole way across here for the corner. Referee signals it's okay to play the game. There's the outside, it's cut to the back, and there's a chance there, but Kiki couldn't get a hold of it. Goalkeeper comes out to play, which he's allowed to do. He's allowed to come out of his semicircle, and at any time during the game, and actually he could go as far as into the other team's half if he wants to.
Yeah, if he's in his own half, then he's counted by the referee for 4 seconds that he's allowed to be in possession of the ball. He can't be in possession of the ball again in his own half if it's touched by his own player, but touched by an opposition player. But as you say, if he crosses that halfway line, those are taken away, those regulations are taken away.
The big difference that I've seen here so far in the early stages of this game and watching so much Irish League football over the years is players are playing with a smile on their face and having a bit of banter with the referees.
Absolutely. Look, it's a fun, enjoyable game. That's one of the big things that we try to promote about the game and get more people playing it. Certainly from the IFA's point of view, there's a lot of school children now playing the game and growing up with an environment of futsal, and we know that in years to come there'll be more and more teams wanting to play at this sort of senior level. So it's great to see the senior players doing the same and playing with a smile on their face.
And a full lineup change again by Belfast United. Now that's a foot foul, foot being over the line from the referee, deemed anyway. And now Kieran Donaghy's not happy with that call, but referee made that call as the player had both feet over the line when he took the free.
Yeah, any foot over the line, even a millimetre, they'll call on that, just if it's on the playing surface. So both teams will need to watch that, because you don't want to be giving away possession in those areas. That would have been a good opportunity for Belfast United there.
Well, here comes Craig Taylor. Now Taylor tries to feed it inside, well intercepted once again by Watson. Downey spins away from Andy Cleary. Andy Cleary, a wealth of knowledge good at the Irish League level as well.
Yeah, good pressing game from Belfast United there, but just a loose pass. Referee
again not happy with the signal being made there, and that's going to go for a throw. My apologies, for a kick in for. You just have to get used to this, eh?
Oh, you're getting there.
Downey now drives to the middle, cuts inside, takes a shot and deflected off Timmy Adamson, and that's out for a corner. Just over 10 minutes gone in this game. It's still 0-0.
Yeah, both teams will look to try to capitalise from the corners. They haven't done so yet, but as the game goes on, more and more of these opportunities, as the defences, their concentration level drops, those opportunities will keep coming.
There's going to be another corner here. Watson lays it back, shot from the outside, and again deflects off Chris Lindsay. Out for another corner to Rosario. As I say, we had a chat about this earlier, Johnny, and you know there's a lot of players smiling. There's a chance here. Taylor tries to drive forward. Unfortunately, just tipped it a wee bit too far ahead of himself there, but there is a smile on a lot of the players' faces. But they're winners and they want to win, and at the end of the day, that opportunity of playing in the Champions League next season is the carrot dangling ahead of them.
Absolutely. A lot of the players out here have had the opportunity to play international level, and they know the step up that is, and the Champions League brings that similar challenge, so everyone wants that opportunity.
Well, that's out for Barry Begley. Little flick forward, goes all the way through to Ross Bottom in the Belfast United net. Goalkeepers have to roll the ball out. They're not allowed to kick the ball out from catching it. Back across court again for Michael Carson. Carson has Barry Bagley free. Lovely ball up the line there to Downey. Flicks it ahead. A shot from the outside. Rossbottom getting the hold grab on Timmy Adamson. And again, Craig Taylor, he certainly does like getting a shot on, well, trying to get a shot on target.
Yeah, just hasn't found his range yet tonight, Craig, but has been obviously a couple of months out. But I think Rosario are well aware of the weapon that he has there in that left foot.
Long ball forward, well controlled there by Johnny Gowdy. Gowdy tries to spin away. The referee has blown his whistle. Gowdy just looked over his shoulders there to confirm, but it's going to be brought the whole way back. Johnny Gowdy, former Newington player, now playing at Crewe United. This is his first year playing futsal, but he certainly knows where the net is. He scored 3 goals last Sunday against Oma in the semi-final.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic first season, Johnny, learning the game, and we hope he'll stick with it because he's got a big future in the game in Northern Ireland.
Long ball forward there again for Timmy Adamson. He's ushered out, and the throw or kick again. I apologize, that's just automatic again. You're trying to do the normal football and bring that into it, but
that's it. There's people have been playing the game for 5 years and maybe make those same mistakes, so don't be worrying.
Again, very skillful game. Futsal, well intercepted by Chris Lindsay. Cleary now finds Taylor on the far side. Taylor, the captain of Belfast United. Good footwork again as Adamson thought about dinking one forward there, over to the outside, and Tim Adamson just a little bit too far ahead of Taylor though, and it's going for another kick in.
Yeah, Belfast United just forcing it a little bit there for me. You know, retain possession would be key for both teams here. Just let the other team chase it for a while. Everything's a wee bit too rushed in possession at the moment.
There's a chance here. The goalkeeper well off his line quickly. Taylor getting the foot on that one, tries to spin away, well intercepted by Barry Bagley. Barry Bagley, a couple of step overs, takes a shot and a well blocked in front by Chris Lindsay.
Chris Lindsay doing what he's done all his career, putting the body on the line.
Little give and go there. Barry Bagley certainly does look to try and control the game for Rosario. Little nudge forward there for Carson. Carson tries to get a bit of space. Bagley thinks about the shot, tries to cut inside. There's a big opportunity here. Timmy Adamson all alone tries to cut it onto his left foot, takes a shot, and it's a big block there by Chris Conlon. To the outside now. A giveaway again by Belfast United. Braden White not be happy with that one. Here comes Carson. Carson to the outside. Rosario trying to cut to the middle. Well intercepted there. Colin McGarry couldn't get that one out of his feet. And Lindsay having a great game to start for Belfast United here. And here comes McGarry again. McGarry drives inside. Well intercepted. Conlon to Carson now. Back again to Bagley. Lifts first touch there by Barry Bagley. Goes across. Somebody's lost a bit of an insole there. That's going to come the whole way back. Barry Bagley looking for options. To the inside, Bagley couldn't control initially. That's going to be kept in right on the line. Michael Carson finds the furthest man back here now, and Colin McGarry.
It's good from Rosario, just taking their time now just to regroup again and reset, looking to try to get a man in a forward position just to stretch Belfast United.
Well intercepted there, that time by Braden White. Here comes Taylor. Taylor drives forward. That's going for a kick in though, and the extra official there saying that there's something lying on the pitch. Is it shin guard, is it? I think it is a shin guard. Yeah, do they still wear shin guards these days?
They do, yeah. That's probably a difference again. People would know from their normal five-a-side with a furry tennis ball. It wouldn't nearly be acceptable, but in this game, yeah, it's a necessary requirement. We've
talked a few times about Craig Taylor. Craig Taylor's a Northern Ireland international, so you would obviously know a lot about him.
Absolutely. He's been with the programme nearly from day one. After our first home nations, when we put out a trial process, and he turned up in Armagh for a trial, and he's been part of our setup ever since. So still a young player, still learning the game, but we know he's got a very bright future in futsal for Northern Ireland. There's
a giveaway there. Braden White now again just can't get the ball out of his feet, but it's a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go against Rosario. So that's 2 fouls for Rosario, and Belfast United here maybe with an opportunity. Referee Chris Kerr coming the whole way across, or he's going to count out the 5 yards. Kiki Looks as if he's going to take responsibility for this one.
Yeah, you see Belfast United trying to put men on the post, potentially trying to work something around here for a tap in that area.
Well,
or whether Kike go for par here.
Right footed, blast one towards goal, well intercepted and deflected wide by Conor Downey. Michael Goldknight coming the whole way across, given the responsibility off the kick in. It's right on the corner, back to Kike again, deflected. Not deflected wide, my apologies. Referee saying it was a missed kick from Kike. Long ball down the line, nice footwork at the far side again by Chris Bagley. Chris Bagley, the player manager for Rosario.
Great feat from Chris there, creating an opportunity. Just Rosario need to commit more men forward there, just in those positions where Chris could have an option to pass. But
again, that's another ruling there saying the referee. A little bit of misunderstanding here, I believe. Looks as if it's going to be another kick again.
Yeah, Belfast United need to switch on quickly here.
Conor Downey with a blast. Great save by Rossbottom, though. Again, seeing that late, but that was a wicked shot from Conor Downey.
Yeah, it's cagey as we thought it would. Both teams have had a couple of chances. Nothing really clear cut yet, but the game is going to open up, and we'll see who strikes first.
Chris Bagley with a long shot. Kike inside for Galt. Galt loses his footing, though, and ends up finding a teammate in Johnny Pearce. Pearce can't control. Looking for a little through ball there, and Bagley tries to drive forward. Big save again from Rossbottom. Very quickly off his line to close the angle down and palmed it to safety.
Absolutely fantastic save from Daniel, as you say. He closed the angle down really, really well, made himself big, and that'll give him a lot of confidence for the rest of the half.
Again, somebody else has lost a shin guard. I actually think it's twice now in a row from Braden White. Just rolling out of his socks there.
Potentially holding that sock, maybe.
So a kick in for Rosario. Chris Carr telling the number 7 Johnny Pearce to get back out of the way. Michael Carson across to Downey. Downey evades one tackle, finds Carson. Back to Downey again. Nice footwork from Conor Downey. He's always been a very skillful player, hasn't he?
Yeah, again, but you can see he's isolated there. He's looking for maybe someone to run the line there so he can play a parallel pass, or even just to come back and start again. You know, in this game you don't get a lot of time on the ball, and Belfast United doubled up on him there, so that's something they'll need to look at moving forward.
Kike trying to get ahead. There's a giveaway there. The goalkeeper didn't get an awful lot on that one, but there to help out his defensive unit. And that's another foul for against Belfast United on that occasion. So Downey has a chance here to put his foot on the ball, and another quick change, and on steps Johnny Gowdy for Michael Carson. Gowdy on the right side, cuts to the middle, right footed. Unfortunately not a Navy jersey in that vicinity, and that's going to go out for another kick in. Even the referees are up against it here as well, trying to dodge the managers and players that are actually on the sideline.
Absolutely. Obviously, they're not on the court.
As well, here's an opportunity. Chris Bagley with a big blast and a big save. There's an opportunity again right inside the centre circle. And Daniel Rossbottom with 2 big saves for Belfast United.
Yeah, a fantastic save. Look, again, putting his body on the line there. I think he took most of the first one with his face and got a hand to it. So, you see the referee just stopping there in case of blood. And just maybe give Daniel a minute here. But fantastic 2 saves, and his team being kept in it at the moment by his brilliance. Yeah,
great opportunity there to see the replay on that one, and he has taken one there in the mouth. There's going to be a bit of a physio treatment here, and maybe a little stoppage in play, but that was brave play from Daniel Rossbottom. Yeah, absolutely. I think both teams will be happy of a little breather here as well. You were saying there about the referees. Obviously, they're not on the court, so they're running the line. So yeah, they occasionally will get involved in close proximity to coaches and players and things like that. So I've had my fair share of run-ins with referees over my time as well. Certainly, no, managers wouldn't be doing that now. So it's going to be a kick in here for Rosario, I believe, and the referee's just saying about maybe kicking it back to Belfast United. I think it's the right thing to do, in fairness, but again, we'll have a look at that at half time with those 2 big saves for Daniel Rossbottom and keeping his team in the game at 0-0. Here comes another shot. That time, what a brilliant save again. There's a chance right at the back post, stepping in there. It's Bagley takes the effort and he gets the first goal of the evening. The player manager steps up, an opportunity cut right across the goalkeeper. Daniel Rosswell didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, look, a great first save from Daniel, but Chris Bagley's gone in there and he's shown great composure, not to snatch at it, just waited for the opportunity and slotted it away really well. So look, again, it was coming, but Daniel's had to pull off some great saves there for Belfast United in the past couple of minutes, so they had plenty of warnings, and Rosario have taken their opportunity.
Great camera angle there from the corner. Again, that's at floor level, and doing a fantastic job again. The goalkeeper, as you say, pulling off 2 or 3 brilliant saves in quick succession. And that right-handed save initially before the goal, Bagley coming in from the left side across the goalkeeper, but great composure from Chris Bagley.
Very much so, and something he's actually known for. You know, Chris has got great feet and great composure on the ball, so took his opportunity very well.
Braden White now with a kick in, Lindsay with a shot, and well blocked once again by Joe Watson.
Rosario holding firm here from kick-ins. Belfast United need to maybe look at working it a little bit more than just setting it back for that shooting option.
Lindsay, Chris Lindsay now on the right side, tries to take it around Watson. Watson gets a foot on it and makes it out for another kick-in. The captain, Craig Taylor again, we chatted about him just a few minutes ago, joined the club in mid pre-season transfer window last year, despite only joining in January, and still ended up the season with a top goal scorer, so he does know where the net is. And there's a big opportunity there from Craig Taylor, right on cue.
Yeah, starting to find his range now. As you say, a prolific goal scorer in the league, you know, so and at international level has scored many a great goal for Northern Ireland too, so he'll be disappointed if he doesn't get on the score sheet tonight.
Great skill from Kike with a shot from the outside, and that didn't miss by much.
No, again, Kike's strength there and his ability to roll a player and create something out of nothing. Belfast United probably need to exploit that a wee bit more. Look Kike push him on a little bit more and play into his feet with his back to goal and try to play off the edges.
Well, it's going to be a kick in at the far side. We're approaching the last 4 minutes of this first half. It's 1-0 to Rosario. A goal scored in the 24th minute, and it looked like an accidental trip against Braden White, but it's going to be a free for Rosario on the far side.
And there's timeout being called here as well, I think, from
Rosario.
Yeah, so timeout can only be called whoever has possession of the ball.
So it's a 1 minute timeout, and that'll just be added onto the clock, so it'll go to 31 minutes now.
Yeah.
Unless Belfast United call another one, which it'll obviously take it to 32.
Absolutely.
But it's been a really entertaining first half.
Very much so. It's how we thought it would play out. You know, quite cagey in the first sort of 5-10 minutes. It'll be interesting to see now with this timeout where the teams get an opportunity, even though it's only a minute, just to talk about tactics and about why they're playing and try to make some changes. You can see Kieran then spending a lot of time with his players trying to explain what he's looking for them to do, and whether they can put that into practice for the remainder of the half.
Well, there's just over 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. Both the officials now just having a conversation and keeping a close eye on that 1 minute time, and that's the whistle blowing. So there's going to be a free for a kick in at the far side. It's a foul, actually. My apologies, bringing back the foul when Barry Bagley was brought down. Braden White, so that's 2 fouls now for both teams. Barry Bagley, left footed. He's having a wee little look here, but decides to feed it inside. Johnny Gowdy with a hold on it. Barry Bagley again. Bagley, little foot forward. It's going to roll the whole way through, and he'll be given the responsibility of the goalkeeper. He leaves that for Chris Lindsay. Lindsay, looking at his options, feeds it ahead to Dermot McNeice. McNeice can't find a yellow jersey, and he has responsibility for the kick in. Ahead to Adamson. Adamson tries to spin away, but intercepted by McGarry. Back to Barry Bagley and over to his brother. Bagley tries to drive forward. McNeice in the right space at the right time, and a paddle away there.
Yeah, Barry didn't like that, and Sebastian's going to have a little word there just about the afters. Yeah,
as I say, I know it is all fun and games, but it's a big competition up for grabs here, and a winner's trophy, and obviously title as champions and going into the Champions League next year. So the smiles maybe might disappear very shortly, and the business heads will come in.
Absolutely. Look, both teams want to get there. We're still very much in our early days of futsal in Northern Ireland, but somebody wants to take that title of the first team to get points in Europe, which hasn't been done yet. So both teams are very, very capable of it. As you say, the prize is massive for both these teams, and the opposition that they can play against.
Back now for McGarry. Back to the number 10 for Rosario, Barry Bagley, everyone ahead of him, cuts it inside, takes a deflection off Belfast United player, and that's going to go out for another corner. Referee Sebastian Jankowski signalling, and coming across to take it is Barry Bagley.
Just to watch Rosario and their setup here for corners. They're not committing anyone into the D at all, just looking to play it back and keep possession and start again.
Johnny Gowdy with great feet there, but run out of real estate, and that's going to come back. Sebastian Jankowski directing it back there, and another yellow card out there, so that's another foul against Belfast United. So that's 3 fouls for United. Just a couple of minutes left, and that at the end of the half the fouls are wiped out anyway, so sometimes they're good time to take a foul, sometimes it's not so good.
Absolutely, and both teams will look to conserve their fouls for, as you say, when they actually need them. Giving away sort of needless fouls is something that both teams want to obviously want to fix for the second half as well.
Well, Chris Kearney telling McNeice to step back a little bit, and just as he does that, that's the final whistle for the first half, and a very entertaining first half here at the Shankill Road Leisure Centre Futsal League Cup final, sponsored by Cathedral Eye Clinic. And after 30 minutes, the score is 1-0 to Rosario, but a very entertaining game.
Yeah, very much so. And like as we said from the start, both teams have quality, so we expected that. Relatively cagey in the first sort of 5-10 minutes. But all to play for in the second half. A lot can happen in futsal. A 1-goal lead is not much of a lead at all. So both teams will be looking to start as they did the first half into the second half, and both within a chance of winning this title tonight.
Now, just out of eye shot here, both teams have had to lift their seats and move to the opposite side of the court due to the COVID restrictions set in place here by the IFA. And it's something you don't normally see in every game.
No, it's certainly not. That players have to pick up their bench and walk with it. So, and you can see the IFA staff out in the court there, cleaning the goalposts and the ball. So all the COVID secure measures that have been put in place. So again, fair play to the IFA for taking this opportunity to get these games played and putting these measures in place.
Well, we've got a chance here now to take a couple of minutes to look at the highlights of the game itself. And let's get a chance here. So an opportunity here that was the first opportunity there, and it was a great save by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, absolutely, and we talked about it throughout the first half, Ross Bottom and keeping his team in it. You can see Rosario sort of generating a lot of power from shooting from distance, and it was really that opportunity when they were in the D and a little bit of composure from Chris Bagley where they actually got the goal in the end. There's
a second opportunity there from the camera angle. Unfortunately, referee stepping right into our eye shot there, but again, when you've got it right down there, you've got to give a big pat in the back to the goalkeeper, Daniel Rossbottom. He pulled off 2 brilliant saves before that, and then in the lead up to the goal itself, he pulled off a fantastic right-handed save. But first to react to it was Chris Bagley.
Absolutely, and you can see the composure from Chris there. There were 2 men on the line, and he worked it from his right to his left foot and created the opportunity. And just as we saw there again, from Rosario's keeper as well, he's pulled off a couple of saves and kept them in it too. So I would say Ross Bottom's been definitely the more busier of the keeper, but both teams have been really denied shots at distance at the moment, and it's interesting that opportunity where they got inside the D is the one that was capitalised, and both teams need to learn from that in the second half.
Welcome back for the start of the second half here now. The Northern Ireland Futsal League Cup final tonight between Belfast United and Rosario. If you're only joining us, Rosario with the lead, 1 goal. 1-0, my apologies. Scored in the 24th minute by Chris Bagley. And I'm delighted to be joined by the Northern Ireland team manager for Futsal Northern Ireland itself, Johnny Michael. Johnny, it was a great goal. And again, anybody just joined us have certainly come to us at a good time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half now. Just watching both teams in their half-time team talks, both of them are looking to commit more men forward. Certainly in transition, you could see both of them talking about that at half-time. So as we expected in the first half, probably slightly cagey, only committing maybe 2 men at the time. So hopefully we'll see the teams going with a wee bit more attacking intent and probably get a third man in there and create more opportunities in the second half.
We're just looking right down in front of us, the Belfast United manager Kieran Donaghy, having a conversation there with one of his top players, and Gillian Kiki, and he certainly has had a couple of opportunities here and a couple of eyes at goal.
Yeah, he's been quiet for what you would normally expect from Kiki, but still a second half to come from him. But he has had a couple of opportunities tonight, but I would look to see Belfast United exploit his strengths a lot more in the second half.
Both teams are ready to go. The last player to come onto the court, Chris Lindsay, heading on there now. Referees just waiting for the signal. And a big opportunity here, as I say, Rosario with that 1-goal lead, but 1 goal in this sport is really nothing.
Absolutely, it only takes a second to score a goal in this game, and as you say, the distances are so short. So I've seen games in the past where the scoreline's changed in a matter of 10-20 seconds, so a couple of times. So a 1-0 lead, Rosario can't sit on that and see that all the way through. They're going to have to score more, I believe, tonight if they want to be victorious. And
one of the things I'd want to chat to you about, Johnny, is futsal in Northern Ireland as a whole. If anybody wants to get involved, what will they do?
Their first protocols really with the Irish FA, there's a designated part of the web page for that and an email address. There's opportunities to play at a grassroots level, a domestic level here, internationally, both male and female. There's coach education courses and referee education courses. So there's a whole wealth of programmes in futsal in Northern Ireland.
What about age range?
Yeah, literally we have programmes for as young as 6 years of age all the way up to the players you see here, and we also have some more senior players like this playing the game across the country as well. What we'd love to see is that our leisure centres change, that sort of traditional five-a-side, if you like, starts to get replaced with futsal, because we think it's a superior game.
Well, I certainly wouldn't argue with you. Again, just watching for the sport itself, and I've seen it online before and watched clips of it, and obviously you get an opportunity to watch live like this, and I would come and watch it again for sure.
Yeah, a great spectator sport, and anyone who's played the game has always said that they prefer the ball, prefer the goal. So it's an education, it's changing mindsets, but we started with only 100 people on the first programme, and now there's over 10,000 people playing the game in Northern Ireland in some shape or form. So from small beginnings, over the past sort of 4 or 5 years, but it's certainly going in the right direction.
Well, we're off and running here now for the second half. Kike with a back heel there, evades. Unfortunately for him, Johnny Pearce, he couldn't get hold of it. McGarry now needs to be careful. He's under pressure from Kike. Up the line to Chris Conlon. Conlon back to McGarry. McGarry steps forward. Gives it to the player manager, Chris Bagley. He's got the only goal of the game so far. Conor Downey in the centre circle. Has options. Feeds it to his left. Steps inside there. Chris Conlon. Conlon tries to drive one through, and that's a great finish and a brilliant start to the second half. Chris Conlon toe pokes one home past Daniel Rossbottom, and that's 2-0.
Yeah, fantastic technique from Conlon. Just shifted off that flank there, and as you say, a toe poke finish, something you'll see lots and lots in futsal as well. Generated a lot of power and kept the ball low.
Well, that's 2-0, and as I say, you talk about getting a quick goal and taking control, and Rosario now are in control of this game. They've got that 2-0 lead, minute into the second half, so it's all for Belfast United to do. And here's their captain Craig Taylor takes a shot, and that's well blocked by the goal scorer Chris Conlon, but all created by the patience of Conor Downey on the back end there. Just stood in the centre circle, waited for the pressure to come on to him, fed it to the outside, and a great finish there by Chris Conlon.
Yeah, even from the entire phase, they didn't stretch the court that much, Rosario, but they retained possession well and worked their way up the court patiently. Just retaining the ball a bit longer. Johnny Pearce with a chance here, another corner. But just that little bit of patience on the ball and waiting for the opportunity to come. Arguably a couple of more passes than they had in the first half just to create that opportunity. So patience really, really important in this game, just to retain the ball and keep shifting that block in defence and create your opportunities.
Well, Chris Lindsay now with the responsibility of the corner. Lays it off to Craig Taylor, blocked in front there. Now for a kick in. Lindsay again. You'll
see Sebastian onto the pitch here to ask the players to move back. Players should be 5 metres from kick-ins and corners. Just Sebastian asking them to take an extra step.
Not getting much farther on that occasion. Chris Bagley, the scorer of the first goal. Now lovely kick inside there from Chris Lindsay. Bagley puts a foot on it, gives it back to his brother Barry Bagley. There's 4 men around him. He's taken down, and that's it easy. A referee with the whistle there, and
that's a challenging call. Johnny Pearce to say the ball was there to be won, and they outnumbered Barry there, and there was a break on for them, so they'll be disappointed about that one.
I'm just waiting for the yellow card to come out here. The referee doesn't seem to be showing the yellow card on this occasion. Barry Bagley certainly feeling the effects of that one.
Yeah, Rosario will hope that he's okay. He's a big player for them, and maybe just to make a substitution here and give him a couple of minutes.
And it is a hard surface to fall onto as well, isn't it?
Very much so, and you can see the keepers will have pads on their knees and their elbows, for that very, very reason. So it looks like Barry had a fight with the floor there, and the floor won a bit.
Well, he's certainly trying to just get a hold of it there now and taking a few seconds to himself. Downey feeds it out to Barry Bagley, and it's back to his brother Chris Bagley. Barry Bagley takes his eye off the ball on that occasion, and it's all responsibility now again off Belfast United. Ball cut to the middle, well cut out again. Conor Downey spins away. Kike tries to get a hold of it under pressure again as Chris Bagley. Conor Downey now again. He's quarterbacking a lot of things for Rosario here in the start of this second half.
Yeah, did something very, very similar in the semi-final against Oma, and just likes to invite pressure and just to create an extra yard, and then obviously to get a numerical advantage, and he's done it there again. So a role he's accustomed to, and he plays it very well.
He just, as I say, he just makes you come into him and then sidesteps you aside, and at the end of the day, all this, and especially with the temperature inside the room as well, it just saps the energy out of you.
Yeah, he never seems to get too flustered either, and always seems to be in control. We joke with him midweek that he has the one trick, but it seems to always work for him, so.
Everybody reads it, but they can't do anything about it.
Absolutely.
He's one of those players, when he was at his height in the Irish League, that's out. When he was at his height in the Irish League, every team in the Irish League would have wanted a Conor Downey in their team.
Absolutely, and again, as we say, it's great that in futsal, like, that career's been extended here, and if you chat to Conor, he loves the game, really, really passionate about it, and it's great to see him with a smile on his face and playing so well tonight.
McGarry down the line, tries to spin away from it. It's kept in initially, it's right into the goalkeeper, and Chris Lindsay and Chris Kerr having a bit of a conversation here. Lindsay not happy with the call, and Chris Kerr issuing a yellow card there, and that's just a wee bit of, probably a bit of verbals going on.
Yeah, I think also he's signaling there that there was a pull on the shirt. Obviously, it's been brought back for a Rosario ball on that. So you can see Belfast United taking the opportunity to change their personnel.
That's probably a good move as well, because Chris Lindsay gets to calm down a little bit and he doesn't get another yellow card in such quick succession. A chance there, hits the post. Great opportunity from Andy Cleary. Andy Cleary didn't waste much time to get the shot away from about 45 feet, and a big save off the post.
Absolutely, look, fine margins. If that goes in, it's game on. So give Belfast United a little bit of confidence as the ball goes out there. They're in an attacking position here. Can they capitalise on this?
Well, the ball's fed inside now. Andy Cleary with the one over the top. Timmy Adamson doing what he's always done in this Irish League standard again, and getting up on the ball, and it seems to be a little bit more urgency being shown here by Belfast United.
Yeah, but they're just lacking a man on the back post. You see, everything's all on one side here. They don't have that second option. They need to commit more men forward, particularly in that area. They'll get a lot more joy if they do that.
Barry Bagley with a no-look pass there down the line. Joe Watson tries to get in behind the defenseman there, Braden White, but this goes out for a corner and a throw in from the goalkeeper. Long ball forward by Ross Bottom. Timmy Adamson using his size to trying to keep a hold of it there, but just rolls off the end of his toe.
Yeah.
And out for a free.
And that's better from Belfast United. They don't always have to start playing their own half. They can go long to the pivot and look for runners to come from there and create more opportunities to that. I think they need to add that into their game a bit more and keep Rosario guessing, because not playing just so one-dimensionally.
Andy Cleary now with the kick in. Young Sebastian Jankowski just get him to hold on a few seconds there. Back to Michael Galt. Michael Galt flicks one forward, well intercepted by Downey. Downey hasn't had a break here in the second half. A shot from the outside and takes a deflection, and again a goalkeeper has to react quickly.
Absolutely, it's straight at him. You know, it's still a save that you'd hope he would make, but he's in that position. You maybe Johnny Gowdy to look to go across goal to a man coming in the back post might have been a better option, but Daniel stood tall and made a good save.
Johnny Gowdy with a shot from distance, misses the target. And just to say that, Conor Downey actually heads off there now for a well-earned break. He had a great start to the second half. Belfast United with the kick in, ahead to Andy Cleary, back to White. White sidesteps one, he's taken down, and there's going to be a foul against Rosario. That's their first foul of the second half.
Yeah, both teams will have to look out on that. I would say there'll be more fouls in this game as it goes on, so they'll just have to manage their foul count and make sure that it doesn't creep up, because obviously from a tactical point of view they'll have to play a lot different if there's the opportunity of a penalty to be given away.
Michael Galt, right footed, the last one, well intercepted and blocked there by Barry Bagley.
I'd like to see Belfast United come up with something different. Just look like they're running out of ideas at set pieces at the moment. That's a lot better, getting in there. That's a lot better. They need to do more of that. They need to have runners coming off Timmy at that point.
And he got him in defeat there, and Adamson's first touch was great, but unfortunately just rolled off the end of his foot. That's going to be a foul though. Back to the goalkeeper, and it's going to be an indirect free kick here. Yeah. And a yellow card for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, so just for the people watching at home, obviously the keeper had touched the ball and it's been played back to him. He can't play the ball back, but obviously when it's going towards goal like that, the only thing he can do is clear his lines and take the foul and take the free kick.
So they've got to go back to 5 yards, or 5 metres, my apologies. And this maybe could be their best chance of the second half to get back into this game.
Absolutely, they've got a couple of options here, but with Craig Taylor and the power in his left foot, whether they can just shift it to the side and give him an opportunity, or whether those two men at the back post, Michael Galt on the keeper there, trying to just make life a little bit more difficult for him.
Well, here we go. There's a big chance here. Kieran Donaghy on the sideline here, trying to offer a bit of advice. Cleary closest to the ball. The captain, Craig Taylor, looking to get the shot here, and well closed down. There's an opportunity, and he hits it into the side netting. Michael Galt with a glorious opportunity.
A fantastic opportunity. A really good example there of Craig, you know, known for his power, but just playing that pass in. And that's what Belfast United need to do a lot more of. They need to be more creative when they have those opportunities. They've just demonstrated there that they have the ability. They just need to be confident and delivering a lot more of that rather than just going for power every time.
Well, again,
Craig just
right on cue, right on cue. And again, I think you're 100% right. You know, there's just not, there's a lack of ideas being given out there, and it just seems to be doing the same thing as Rosario are dealing with it very, very well.
Yeah, absolutely. Rosario will be quite happy. They've got a 2-0 lead here. They'll be happy to keep Belfast United at distance for the rest of the half. So, does Belfast United have another corner here, whether they come up with something different now?
You can just see at the bottom of your camera shot there, Barry Bagley not happy with the referee's decision here. Timmy Adamson with a shot, and again didn't miss by much. A great chance there for Belfast United, but he just pulled that shot wide. Long ball forward by Bogner, couldn't be controlled by Joe Watson. Ross Bottom goes cross court to Michael Galt. Galt. Michael Galt ahead to Timmy Adamson. Adamson finds Taylor.
Yes.
Back inside for Cleary now.
See defensively, Rosario not looking to commit men forward, just happy to sit around about the halfway line and just let Belfast United come at them and try to squeeze the space when they do.
Was it well intercepted by Conlon? Conlon tries to get ahead and again just kicked into safety there from Joe Watson, the furthest man back, but he's just seen how quickly Rosario moved forward there, and for Belfast United they needed to snuff that out very quickly as well.
Very much so.
Andy Cleary, sorry, Johnny. Here comes Rosario once again. They've got that 2-0 lead and a big block on that occasion from Michael Galt. But with that 2-0 lead, and again, it's the in football they've always said it's probably the worst lead to have. You just maybe get a little bit complacent, and it could change on the flick of a coin, certainly.
Absolutely. When they have possession here, the best thing for Rosario is just to try to retain the ball and run that clock down. And wait for their opportunity. They shouldn't be hurried in possession at any point. Now, Belfast United have it all to do and don't want to be chasing the ball for the rest of the night.
Michael Galt pleading the Fifth Amendment on that occasion, saying he didn't know the rules, but I'm sure he does. Here comes Craig Taylor now. Taylor drops it right back to Chris Lindsay. Little give and go between those two players. Lindsay looking for options, feeds it through the middle to Andy Cleary.
That's good, but he's no options there. You know, it's having to come straight back because he's no runners off him, Andy. It's a good ball from Chris into the pivot there, but just as having to come straight back because Belfast United aren't committing men forward.
Long throw forward there. Watson couldn't get control. Back out to Taylor now for United. Adamson, furthest man back, uses the goalkeeper, and that's a foul as well.
Absolutely.
That's the second foul for the goalkeeper, one from each side now again, and this is going to be a big opportunity for Rosario.
Yeah, it just shows you there again, Rosario sitting in, and just whenever the player turns their back to goal, that's a trigger for them to go and press the ball, and just putting them under pressure there, no option but to go back to the keeper. Arguably in that situation he'd be better just to clear his lines and then defend the kick in rather than this position.
Well, as soon as that foul was committed, Conor Downey jumped off the seat, and he's right out front now, and he's joined there by Johnny Gowdy. Gowdy closest to the ball. Chris Bagley trying to come forward there. Downey with the first touch off. Big shot, and he's 3-0. Johnny Gowdy drilled one past the goalkeeper, and they've taken a commanding lead here in this final.
Very much so. There'll be again, that just shows you where a lack of concentration defensively, and just you're absolutely punished in those situations, and futsal can punish you in those situations, you know, with the way the rules are set up. But yeah, a 3-0 lead now. Rosario looking odds on now.
Well, as I say, that 3-0 lead, it's certainly all up here for Belfast United to do. If they can get the next goal, they've got an opportunity to get back into this game, but it's far from over. Ball forward now. Pearce tries to get inside, and the goalkeeper with a toe on that, and that's going to go out for another corner.
Yeah, Belfast United have been in this situation a number of times. You know, they'll have the confidence that they can get back into the game, but they'll need a response pretty quick.
Shot wide again from the captain, Craig Taylor. Goes back to Bogner. Vincent Bogner, long ball forward there, can't be controlled by his player manager. Chris Bagley, he got the first goal. Conlon with the second, and Gowdy has made it 3 for Rosario. Chris Lindsay looking for Kike, but can't find a ball through to him. Pearce is taken down, and there's going to be a foul.
No, he's giving it.
He's actually giving us a kick in. Conor Downey spins away from one. He's under pressure from 2 Belfast United players taken down. Let's see which way the referees decide this is going. And Chris Kerr points in the favour of Rosario.
Not a popular call from the Belfast United players there.
It's going to be a kick in at the far side. Certainly things getting a little bit spicy here at the Shankill Leisure Centre. Craig Taylor with a shot from distance, halfway line distance, and again pulls that one wide. He found his range halfway through the first half, and we're approaching that stage now, halfway through the second. Long ball forward there from Rossbottom. Kike tries to speed, Gets it in there, a great opportunity and a big save again by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a lot better from Belfast United. Trying to play quicker. They've been relatively slow in the transition tonight, but just that ball straight into Kike's feet has been a lot more effective. A very loose one from Chris there. He'd be disappointed in that.
There's going to be a kick in here for Rosario.
Yeah, they'll just take their time here. You know, obviously they've got a 4-second count. They'll take every second they can. Try to draw it out there.
Here comes Johnny Gowdy. Scored the third goal ahead to Bagley. Scored the first goal. Bagley with a little bit of space there. Feeds it inside for Conlon. And the three players that have scored the 3 goals for Rosario all combined there, but couldn't get a shot on target.
Can Belfast United capitalise here? They were a man up there. It's a free kick from a dangerous area now. Again,
tempers maybe approaching, well, not so much boiling point, but they're certainly getting up there at the minute.
Yeah, the foul count could come still into play here. You know, both teams need to be careful and just watch their count. Everyone just needs to take a breath now and think about that.
So, Craig Taylor. This is a direct free kick now, because it was a foul and it wasn't against the goalkeeper, isn't that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So Craig Taylor, left footed, blast one, tries to get it off the Craig. Is that Johnny Pearce at the back door? It is.
Johnny Pearce at the back door. In fairness to him, he couldn't do much about it. It was hit at him at an awkward height, at a lot of pace. Tried to work something off the floor there, but just didn't come off for him.
A big chance there again for Belfast United, and unfortunately for them, can't take advantage of it. Ball cuts inside there. Connor Downey, again, very skillful, tries to get away from Chris Lindsay there, and it's going to be a kick in for Belfast United.
Yeah, a great match-up to watch there. You know, the two of them not giving an inch. It's great to see.
Nice spin away there by Johnny Pearce. He's pulled back.
Yeah, Johnny's had a few of them now. Not all of them have gone in his favour, you know, but he is causing problems there. So that's probably an outlet ball for Belfast United, just into Johnny, and just with his speed and his low centre of gravity to be able to turn there and create opportunities. He's created another opportunity here for Belfast United, whether they can get onto the score sheet.
Well, he scored the last goal in the 2017 final when they got that 8-6 victory, and 2 league titles. He's been involved with the club since the very start. And he'll be looking to try and get back in this game again here.
Absolutely. I remember that night when he scored the winner, as he said, probably one of the proudest moments in his life at that time, you know, and has gone on to represent his country as well. So he's steeped in Belfast United history, that's for sure. Well,
here's Kike Knight. He's got an opportunity here. There's a 3-man wall in front of him, not too far away from him, but he leads one off, tries to get the shot, and again, he gets it through. But the goalkeeper, Bence Bogner, with another big save. It's still 3-0 to Rosario.
Absolutely. Belfast United want to take one of these opportunities. They're on top at the moment, but they need to start capitalising on them.
Taylor gets it through. Past 2 Rosario players, and well intercepting that time from Chris Lindsay. And Johnny Gowdy took one there, a big collision. And it's going to be a timeout called by Rosario. It's a lot of minute on to the clock, and it just, again, it happened so quickly. Stepping in there, I think it was Andy Cleary stepped in to play the ball, and it just, because it's so tight and there's not much space to move out there, I'm glad to see he's up on his feet again, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right in what you say, is particularly in that position around the halfway line where a team look to commit men forward, and if they get caught in possession, that transition could be very quick and they can be punished. So Belfast United obviously need to create more opportunities. They need to take more risks now, that's for sure. And Rosario look to see if they can capitalise and hit them on the transition.
Well, there's a little timeout here for Rosario, and it's now 3-3 on the foul count as well, with that one coming in from Belfast United. So an important stage of the match. It's obviously 3-0 down. The next goal, if it's to come, that is, Belfast United, for their opportunity to get back into this game, are going to have to be the scorers of that goal. Johnny?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right there. I think if Rosario score the 4th here, then it's too much of a mountain to climb for Belfast United.
Well, Johnny Gowdy, who was fouled for this free, Leads it out to the right side for Connor Downey. Downey, a couple of step overs there, gets past Timmy Adamson, and again showing that at advancing years in his career, he's certainly still got the skills.
Absolutely. With the way the game's set up with rolling subs, somebody can come on and give 3-4 minutes of real hard work and then get that recovery, and that's why the longevity of careers can be certainly extended with this game where they get those opportunities. So even at the top level, there's futsal players playing into
Barry
the 40s.
Bagley with a lovely chance, nutmeg Timmy Adamson there, and the shot came from Johnny Gowdy, but he couldn't get that one on target. The long ball forward, Kike with a flick, and the goalkeeper quickly up his line to close the space down.
Absolutely. Belfast United just going with a press breaker there, trying to find Kike, but it breaks on for Rosario.
Bagley with the opportunity, second chance, and a big save on the line by Timmy Adamson.
Fantastic from both players there, putting their bodies on the line. Very well done. Daniel pulling off another great save, but it took the two of them to keep Barry at bay there.
Barry Bagley with a long ball through and a toe on the ad lap one again by Timmy Adamson.
Yeah, Belfast United not just set up there for the set piece. There was space there and Rosario couldn't capitalise.
Here comes Downey now. Downey tries to create that little bit of space under pressure from Adamson. Still has control of the ball, but he had it rolled over the line. It's going to be a kick in for Belfast United. The goalkeeper comes out to help. Andy Cleary now. Cleary on the right side. Long ball forward for Kike. Kike tries to get that little bit of space, tries to flick it through with the back heel there. Andy Cleary was driving through the middle.
Yeah, it's definitely more positive from Kike there. It's just not coming off from them at the moment, but they're playing in the right areas.
Adamson looking with a give and go from Cleary, but just a little bit too far ahead.
Yeah, Rosario would be delighted just to get a little breath here, just maybe in the next couple of seconds, just to make a few more changes. Some tired legs out there. They've played a lot of futsal tonight. They look to see this through.
Oh, the time ticking away here. 54 minutes approaching. So there's only 6 plus the minute of the timeout which was taken for Rosario. And Belfast United have got it all to do. It's going to be a kick in here though for the leading team. Just a few more seconds being wasted off the clock.
Yeah, showing all their experience here just to extend that clock as long as they can there. Good ball into Johnny Gowdy here in this area. Belfast United on a break now. Can they capitalise from this? They've got to work at the other side though. And again, that option to take a shot there. The pass is probably the better option.
And the goalkeeper's down. I think that one caught him in the head as well. It's going to be a foul against Barry Bagley. Big chance there. The goalkeeper, the replay in this against and using all that frame to keep the ball out of the net, and that's going to go for a corner again to Belfast United. So more pressure from Belfast. It's got them all to do.
So that's 5 fouls now being recorded against Rosario. So the next subsequent foul now will result in a penalty for Belfast United. So they'll need to be careful now.
Well, here's a stat for you. Ben Spogner has never been on the losing side for Rosario since he signed in the Christmas transfer window.
That's a great stat when they, particularly when they haven't played futsal for 3-4 months. But I'm sure he'll take it.
No, that's what's passed on to us, and you'll certainly take it, as you say. Adamson now. Adamson there's it back to Craig Taylor. Craig Taylor creates a bit of space. Lovely bit of footwork from Craig Taylor. He gets a second opportunity here, but again closed down space and all just taken away from him.
Yeah, created something out of nothing there, but just couldn't find the room to get the shot off.
Gowdy has a space closed down for him. That's going to roll out for another kick into Belfast United. Andy Cleary now. Cleary to the outside for Kike. Adamson finds Taylor. Taylor from distance, and again that's just frustration.
Yeah, you can see Rosario very, very happy to sit in their own half now and just to deny space to Belfast United. They've got it all to do. They've got to find those pockets of space that are difficult at the moment to find, and see if they can pick them off in the break like this. They've got a 3-1 advantage here.
Right at the back door, and that's it over. That's going to be a solidifying goal. Even the goalkeeper running off his line there to get a hold of that one. And Joe Watson with the 4th goal of the night for Rosario. And you've got to say they played very, very well here tonight, especially in the second half.
Absolutely. Tactically, they played it well, and they had that lead going into the second half, and they've defended and looked to pick Belfast United off on the break. And again, a great example of them doing that. And now looking just to play that clock out, and they'll be champions and going to Europe.
Kike with great skill there, right on the semicircle, and a goalkeeper again, Bogner, quickly off his line, and as the seconds and the minutes tick away here, it's going to go out for another corner to United. Kike, little give and go, chips one into the box there, well intercepted by Joe Watson. He got the fourth goal.
Yeah, he had to be careful, Joe, that he just didn't leave the leg dangling there. It could have given away a foul, so he did very well.
And that's a foul.
Yeah, the ball's rolling there. Again, the ball needs to be stationary. That's why you see a lot of the players will put their hand on the ball and make sure it's stationary. Don't want to give up possession in that area.
Here comes Carson now. Carson drives through the middle, lays it out to Conlon, who's already on the score sheet here tonight. Just over 2 minutes to go. And that 1 minute which has been set aside for a timeout. So time ticking away for Rosario as they lead 4-0 against Belfast United. A long ball forward. Adamson just gets in there to take the space away. And again, Ross Bottom finds Kike, well intercepted by Connor Downey.
Connor's had a great game. He's both in possession and there where he's just having to make that last minute attempt to win the ball. He's done fantastically well tonight.
Downey to Conlon. Conlon with space. Turns back. It's all about keeping the ball now here for Rosario. They've got a commanding lead. Little give and go. And thrown to the floor is Michael Carson. There's going to be another foul here against Belfast United.
Yeah, as you say, frustration kicking in now. It just hasn't been their night. Rosario have played fantastically well. Have taken their opportunities when they've come. And frustration coming into Belfast United's game now.
Sebastian Jankowski, the referee, getting his full 5 yards here. 5 metres, I should say. There's a big difference.
That's it. Know your metric system.
I know a metric system, but it doesn't work when I'm putting, believe you me. I don't think I'm the only one there. Connor Downey blasts one forward and didn't miss by much, but it's up and over. And the goalkeeper reacts and gets it moving quickly. Nice play there by Braden White, but again, Connor Downey.
Yeah, he's been superb.
He's been standout performer here tonight for me.
Absolutely. Just all his experience has come into play tonight. Big game player. He's shown that tonight. That's right. Decent pass there, trying to play that across court there.
Craig Taylor eventually gets on the score sheet. It takes a deflection in front, and as the end of the last minute of play here, Belfast United, they're on the score sheet. It's 4-1.
Yeah, it's come a little too late for them. They would have wanted to take one of those opportunities earlier on in the second half. Craig's showing the power that he has there, and the shot that he has, hence why he scored so many goals throughout the years as well. But it's probably a little too late for Belfast United.
Connor Downey and Timmy Adamson come together. Downey trying to jump ahead. White has the space taken away from him. Connor Downey again. That just rolls out for a throw. And he's going to feel the effects of this tomorrow morning, I'll tell you that.
He is, but he's one of those players I think he'll want to stay on the court until the final whistle. He wants to see it through now, I think.
Taylor again from distance. Hits that one wide though.
He doesn't get his wish though, look.
Yeah, the player manager's taking off. He's calling rank here. Pulling rank. Chris Bagley, the furthest man forward for Rosario now. That's a little bit too far out. We're into the last minute of play. The Shankill Leisure Centre in Belfast. The futsal final. 4-1 lead to Rosario, and a giveaway right on the 20-yard mark there. Tries to take a shot and well intercepted again, and Bagley just managed to clear. So more pressure here from Belfast United in the closing stages of this game.
Absolutely, great intent for them. They're going to just keep going until the final whistle, and great positive play for them to see it all the way through here. But as I say, I think Rosario have just had too much tonight, just taking the opportunities when they've come.
Well, another corner. Feeds it inside. Taylor couldn't get a hold of that one, and as the final whistle blows, the 2020 Northern Ireland Futsal League final, the champions are Rosario with a 4-1 commanding game.
Yeah, congratulations to them. Congratulations to both teams. A great final. Really, really entertaining. Hope everyone who was watching at home enjoyed it. A good spectacle for the game in Northern Ireland. But Rosario deserved it, based on the patches of play. They had to defend for long periods in the second half there and picked Belfast United off. But their game plan worked. They played exceptionally well. And congratulations to them. It's their first season, albeit some of those players have played in the league before, but their first season as a club in the league, and to go away as champions, they'll be delighted.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. I thought it was a great final, and Rosario, they certainly deserved the win. They just seem to be more inventive, especially in the final stages of the court itself, and a little bit of luck going their way, obviously, with one or two of the goals, but you've got to put it up to them. They really did put a great performance in.
Absolutely, and I think you'll see even the way the goals were spread around tonight. All the players that they had on the court played their part. And you can see just what it means to them there, just the smiles on their faces, and we look forward now to the trophy presentation.
Let's get a chance to look at the goals here now from the game itself, and before the presentation. This takes us back to the first one. That was a big one from Chris Bagley.
Absolutely, the first goal in any game is really, really important, but Chris showing his composure there and actually just working it onto his left foot and waiting for the opportunity. Again, as we had said up to that point, Daniel Rossbottom kept Belfast United in the game for long periods, but he just couldn't keep them out in that instance.
Yeah, the second goal here now.
Great feet shown there just to create the angle, and a fantastic finish with the toe poke to keep it low. Showed a lot of composure again.
Great goal there by Conlon, and this is the one through the middle. Again, taken down, and that was a sore one there for Barry Bagley.
Yeah, he's tough enough though, he'll be fine, I'm sure.
This is another one again, Johnny Gowdy with that. A real blaster through the middle.
Yeah, you can just see there Daniel's tried to come down and into that block position, and it's gone through his legs, I believe, just as the shots come there, but they had men on the line, but as you say, the power generator there was just too much for them. And then this is the fourth one, just worked into the net, just a very typical futsal goal with the finish at the back post. But at that point, Belfast United were chasing the game, and just as you see, men couldn't get back in time just to stop that one.
And the fourth goal scored by Joe Watson. He certainly looked as if he enjoyed that one, didn't he?
Absolutely. That's one I'm sure he'll be telling the grandkids about that one, I'm sure, for many years to come.
Well, again, the Northern Ireland Futsal League final, sponsored by the Cathedral Eye Clinic. And the winners of the 2020 is Rosario, and there's going to be a presentation here of the medals. So I think the first team going to be coming forward will be Belfast United, and Belfast United, if we're honest with ourselves, they were favourites on paper at the start of the game. Yeah,
look at their pedigree. They've obviously won the league a number of times. They've been to Europe and with a lot of the same group of players that you see here tonight. So but as I said at the start of the game, it was probably too close to call. Both teams have been out for a long time and just coming back to the game. Great that we could get the game played tonight, but we didn't really know what form the teams were coming into tonight. Belfast United a lot of the ball in the second half, but Rosario had a game plan and stuck to it and played it very, very well. Very different presentation that we're going to see here with the medals not being able to be handed out. Just another one of those COVID secure measures that we've talked about tonight.
Well, Chris Lindsay wants to get his medal. He's edging forward there, and he's calling the rest of the guys forward as well. It's a medal at the end of the day, and the big thing about it is to say they maybe didn't get the right colour of medal, but
yeah, see Chris trying to grab a gold one there, but
I would say he's got a few gold ones anyway in the Irish League, and playing at Linfield for that length of time, and obviously the other clubs he's played for, he's a few winners' medals as well.
Absolutely, and now as a club manager, obviously with Dungannon, I'm sure he wants to add to that tally as a manager and a coach as well. Well,
the Rosario now, the champions, and we've got to add to that, they were one man down from the start.
Yeah, absolutely. The teams tonight were allowed to bring 2 coaches and 10 outfield players. They didn't have their full quota tonight, but they played exceptionally well. And as we said, just 2 very strong fours. That's what most teams need, and they played that exceptionally well tonight. Well,
the photographer Stevie Hamilton there just organising the winners. And the captain will be coming forward here. Barry Bagley, I believe, is going to be the one who's going to take the trophy. He wants to get his hands on it, doesn't he?
Maybe Big Brother pulling rank there, who knows?
Well, as we say, it's been a fantastic game of futsal here this evening at the Shankill Leisure Centre. The Futsal League champions of 2020. And Barry Bagley there just posing for the honorary photograph and wanting to get his hands off it. And the champions lifting the trophy above their head. Congratulations to Rosario, a commanding 4-1 victory over Belfast United here this evening at the Shankill Leisure Centre, and a thoroughly deserved their win.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, great that we could get this game played, because for a long time it didn't look like it was going to happen with the pandemic. And fair play to the Irish FA and GLL and the staff here at Shankill Leisure Centre that we could get to this point. Fantastic for Rosario. I'm sure they'll celebrate throughout the weekend on this one. And they go forward now, Northern Ireland's representatives in Europe, which I'm sure they'll relish that opportunity.
Well, John, listen, we really appreciate your time here tonight. Thanks for joining us. And as you have the view of the Cup winners and this year's champions, we're going to call it a night at the Shankill Leisure Centre. Thanks very much for joining us, everyone, and we hope you enjoyed the game. Good night.
Thank you.